like I said, this is a flat iron. What I'm looking for is this right down the middle fat blob right there. That's a thick boy. Now this divides it in two, so you gotta cut over and under this sumbitch. And boy, do you want a sharp knife. I'm gonna find your depth on this. Just go ahead. Do that peel back there. See, this is a tough cut. All over here. I mean, you obviously don't want to waste it, but also, where is the meat? You know what I mean? Something tells me that I need deeper on here. Oh, we're gonna just move that on there. Start to just kind of open up over here, there, a little bit here. Okay. Now, this is not ideal. This is not butcher case worthy. Do a little bit more trimming on this. We got a whole bunch of needed trim off there, but you know, this is a tough one because this one runs right on through, and I think that's why a lot of people will use it for chopping, because you can kinda get you could like grill this and chop this, like that's perfect, but as far as presentation, real tough. I mean, I'm sure there's people at this that are better at this than I am, obviously. Oh, looks like I just, you know, got a flat iron tip right there out of that. Some of this, like, I don't know what the fuck I'll do with this. Maybe stir fry it up. Oh, this is like the fucking fish stock. Got a little pile of, you know, maybe make a filled cheesesteak out of that. I'm sure there'll be a little bit more there. Okay, now we got to do what is kind of technically like the underside of this. And I suppose there's two ways to go about this, right? From above or from below. And if that's another scale in there. I don't think it is, but the way that I want to approach this, and like I said, definitely want a sharp knife. All right, now you see that? This is the way you do that. Not a lot to say about it. Like I said, really sharp knife, and some pulling and sawing, and you want to basically be pulling the meat, and just hold your knife as like a slicer. If you've ever used a deli slicer. Trash. So, also got a vein here. I love this one. Got a little bit of this jazz. Boy, that runs right down the middle there. Because we got it out of this. Now, see, I guess I should show you this. See that there? That joint there? That's some gross ass shit running down the middle of the beef. And that is only attached to that thick part there that we kind of shanked off so eloquently. A little bit more here. That's actually some fat. We've got just one more piece right there. Ooh. Right there. Couple of straggler. And then the rest, I think, it's all good beef fat. One more little vein guy there. These are the ones that you want to watch out for. Like, you can see kind of the like, see how there's like walls in there inside, like right there, right in the middle of that there. Yeah, you don't eat that shit. All right, other than that, this is a 3.11 pound flat iron steak. It's now part of me wants to try and fillet this right in half. Get 3 steaks out of it. this shit though. So make it thin. See, because I'd almost rather just cut. Well, that's kind of what I did last time. Just cut this into a steak like that. Man, this is a good looking steak. But it's just big. It's just big. So what if we cut the end off of this? And like I said, we made some Philly cheesesteak at some point. There we go. Let's do some thin slices. Now I know you can't see, but I'm doing on the thin side. And you cut this. This is the way that it is. The muscle is thinner in the front, attached to the shoulder. So it's basically like a reverse tenderloin, like a front end tenderloin, flat iron steaks. So it's actually kind of shaped like the knife, how the knife like is thinner here and thicker here. I mean, you can see, just tapers off. So yeah, so just gonna slice this up for a little bit more Philly meat. Because that was some good Philly meat. That we had right there. That looks like it should be enough. This right here. See, this is super economical because of the way that I bought this. This was bought as a like Restaurant Depot. Go to like your restaurant store near you and buy a fat piece of meat, and it's like half the price of the grocery store. Cool. Yeah, bless y'all. Alright, so we got our steak there, flat iron. I'm making this easy, Montreal steak seasoning. The other one that I've got is barbecue. Fire. Super worth like $11. Like, fuck, dude, super worth it. Or salt and pepper. Take the lid off. It's not branded. Just good old salt and pepper. Oil, always in the pan. That shouldn't be happening. That's because my pan's not dry, which is not good on a cast iron pan. But I don't oil my grill. I'm gonna grill. Okay, let's rub this down. I might need some more rub, in which case I'm gonna have to put the phone down, also known as a video camera. Got a fucking LSDR or whatever the fuck they call it. Super high-tech one. See, and this seasoning's awesome. A lot of the McCormick seasonings like this are cool. The Maple Steakhouse is good. The Onion Burger one. They're all good too, but the thing that they don't tell you is the amount of sugar. I feel like I'm just talking into the black abyss now. I can see it on my phone. The amount of sugar that's in it. Look at all this sugar. This is sugar plate. What we got there? Coarse salt. Could be coarse salt. Spices, black pepper, sugar. See, I think the sugar gives it caramelization. It doesn't actually say sugar on there. I'm saying sugar. But 0 calories. Good blend. Now, this is what you want to hear when you put a steak on the grill. Did that go crazy? Am I getting splattered in oil? No. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Nice. Calm. Char. Fucking steak ASMR. I'm gonna put that on a short. Alright. So check my flame out. I've had the flame on this whole time. Obviously you can see the oil boiling before. Ideally your steak's room temperature. Don't want to cook cold steak. Also don't want to make cold pizzas with cold pizza dough. We'll get into that at some point. But for whatever reason, Pizza Dylan is showing you everything except the pizza. But this is my pizzeria. I've also got another channel called Bible Dylan's, or Dylan Bibles. Now we want to turn this flame down. A lot lower. And what we're doing here, yeah, that's me. What we're doing here is, this puts that nice char. You get the caramelization with the high heat on the sear. And then when you turn it down, like this will cook for like 15 minutes the size of the steak, and we're still gonna get like a nice juicy medium well. Steak should be, all the fibers should be completely cooked, but it should still have juices in it. That's what you want in a steak. That's not debatable. That's how you cook a steak. So we'll let it go like this for 5 minutes. And then we'll turn it. Give it that 45-degree crosshatch real quick. Gets it stuck, redisperses the heat. Gets it unstuck rather, redisperses the heat. Flip it, 5 minutes, crosshatch, 2 minutes. Off with the heat. Let it sit there for probably 2-3 minutes. Everything needs to rest. We're so impatient. We walk with our mouths, said an Italian guy one time I heard on a fucking YouTube video. So yeah, patience. After it sits in the grill pan for 3 minutes off, it's gonna go on the cutting board, and then it will get cut after 3 more minutes of rest. See you soon. See that little pool of red juice there? That's when it's done. This is obviously a flipped over steak. Cooked per the time requirements that I suggested. Flame is now off. When I flipped it, I turned it back to the original heat, and so you see it's like the cook time to take the heat away, and then the cook time to add the heat back in. And keep in mind too, this is a juicy ass fucking steak, thick ass steak. So look, you can see like more of the juice is cooling on top, and what that tells me is that they're completely out of the center of the steak, and they have to go to the point of least resistance. And because they're hot, they're going up. Probably some of the air that you see those bubbles that's going up through the steak, pushing the juices out. I don't know. I'm not a fucking scientist. I am a fucking cook. I'm a chef. I'm a pizzeria owner. I'm the son of God. Shall all be children of Elohim. Bless y'all. Alright. Now we're going to learn how to cut a steak. You can tell that I'm a professional chef because of the way that I do this. It's like super professional and all. And, I mean, like, I don't know, if we were in the hood, somebody would start rapping right now, this beat. my honer's got two sides. They say one's for weekly sharpening and one's for daily sharpening, but I just do them back to back because one's finer than others. Alright, move you down a little bit. Take a shot of water, hydrate. I don't necessarily love Nike. That actually arrived at my restaurant by accident. I tried to return it to the Amazon guy, and he goes, yeah, they don't really care. I was like, okay, I'll keep it. It's a true fucking story. Alright. You see this angle, 45-degree angle? That's how you're gonna cut your steak. Now, because you gotta see this. You gotta see this. Look at that. You see that juice running out there? Oh, yeah. Even that end piece. I'll show you in the middle, too. This is cooked like that all the way through. And you can see, I'll show you in the middle, the fibers being cooked. Nice thin slices at that 45-degree angle. Woo! And you want to put something on your steak because it helps with the cooking. It helps the char on the outside, and it helps the way that the entirety of it cooks. Not enough credence is given to that. Okay, we're coming about the middle point. So you can see, hold on, I'm a fucking idiot with the camera. Alright, so you see those fibers, how they're all cooked in there? Every fiber is stranded. Right there too. That's the cut against the grain. You don't want to be squeezing the juice. That's a thick boy. That's a fat guy right there. You don't want to be squeezing the juice out of the steak, obviously, with the tongs. You just want to be able to hold it. There's also a fancier way to do this, but I am not that. So, yeah. Look, watch this. Get it all lined up and fanned out. We need a couple of these. Line it up and fan it out. Just went from like super small to super fucking, that one's gonna go on the side because that's a fat boy right there, to super fucking see. Now this looks a lot better when you fan it out. Bam. Bless y'all. Alright, y'all. My hair's fucked up right now. I got bleach on the sweatshirt, which I'm not fucking happy about, but it is what it is. So you learned how to cut a steak? You learned how to cook a steak, and then you learned how to cut a steak after it's cooked to serve it. Thumbnail for serving suggestions. Now we're eating steak. If I gotta teach you how to do that, fucking go back to kindergarten. This Montreal rub has a real peppery taste to it. I'm not gonna eat this whole steak in front of you, but you should have made your own steak by now and be eating it with me. Bless y'all.